Hey guys, Akil here. If you frequent the podcast, and you know that a common theme to success is productivity and efficiency. And that's exactly why I chose Spotify for podcasters. Not only can I schedule, edit, and monetize from a single place, but I can also record from my phone, just in case one of those random ideas pops into my head and I got to get it out before I forget about it. Spotify for podcasters also helps me take the conversation to you guys, the fans, by allowing me to do video, share polls, and ask questions, which is, well, what keeps the show rolling. So if you're looking for the easiest way to streamline the podcasting process and maybe, put a few extra bucks in your pocket at the end of each month, check out Spotify for podcasters. I use it. I love it. I recommend it. Hey gang, in today's episode, we're going to talk about developing your core in trading. No, we're not talking about working out and doing ab workouts. We're talking about your core values. What do you find to be valuable in the market, and how can you use that to develop your trading strategy for the future? Speaking of future, if you're interested in investing in your trading future the right way, I recommend checking out our website, www.tier1trading.com. We teach and coach and mentor traders for a living. Start with the risk-free trial membership. It gives you 14 days on the platform. You can download software. You can take some courses. You can join some live sessions. You can network with our community. That way you make sure our teaching style and our trading style is the right fit for what you're looking for before making any type of investment. That's www.tier1trading.com. Risk-free trial membership. Sign up today. I see that my mind said that EHN, even handle number, was more important. Maybe I chose to give it more importance. Yeah, again, and that goes down to our values. What is structure important? Are major levels of structure important? Are minor levels of structure important? Are even handle numbers more important than structure? Are Fibonacci's more important than even handle numbers? Right? Is the MACD more important than the RSI? Is RSI overbought important? Is the RSI zones? Are we trading between the 30 and the 60? Is that important, right? There's no wrong answer. It all depends on, hey, what is the most important thing to us? And then just like that robot I drew the other day, we are building our strategy off of kind of that philosophy, right? I always say structure is the backbone of my trading philosophy, because years ago when I got back into price action trading, right? I started with price action trading, having no idea what I was doing. I was doing like CTS stuff, but I didn't really have like a philosophy or a belief. I was on the hunt for like just whatever strategy I can pick up and play as quickly as possible. So I didn't have a kind of a rhyme or reason to what I was doing, and I ended up going to advanced pattern formations because I was really good at breaking my rules and seeing what I wanted to see and not seeing what I didn't want to see. And advanced pattern formations gave me kind of a structure. It was the most black and white thing involving price action that I can think of, right? The CTS system was cool, right? Because I have all these bells and whistles, RSI, overbought, oversold, double bottoms, double tops, but a lot of that stuff is subjective, right? So I would see myself saying, hey, this time I need that time I need this. Patterns was, is it an X to A leg? Yes or no? And then after that, you couldn't argue, right? I couldn't argue with a 618 hitting. We looked at the example earlier. I forgot it was the first pair we looked at, but I thought it was a bat pattern, and then it came to 49.3, right? Is there any argument whether it's a B leg or not? Like, no. Like, either it hit the 50% or it didn't. So I needed that structure to become disciplined in my trading. And then as I got disciplined in my trading and I went back to learning relearning the stuff that I valued before, I started noticing common themes. Like, in I started noticing when I was making predictions on where price was going to or what I needed in order to take trades. And I had this rule in my CTS system the whole time. I just didn't even pay attention to it. I noticed that, hey, I feel the most comfortable with structure. I feel the most comfortable when I take trades that are at structure. I feel most comfortable when I make predictions on where price is going to go to, if price going to structure. And I did all these things, and I finally noticed, right, that, hey, like, structure is the ingredient in everything, right? It's like cheese. Cheese is the ingredient in all of my food because it just tastes better with cheese. Anything, just sprinkle some cheese on it, a little bit of salt, and it tastes better. Almost everything. But it's like that. Like, that's my go-to ingredient. So once I kind of accepted that, I gave it value, and I started deciding that, hey, I'm gonna grow everything off of it. I can be experimentative. I can do all these fun things, but at the end of the day, this has to exist. Because again, the three main things that we want to value in trading: entry, stops, and targets, right? Entries required structure. Stops were based off of structure. Targets were at structure, right? So that was the thing. So you can do the same thing off of Fibonacci levels, right? I think Tony at one point had a strategy based off of the 50%. You can do the same thing based off of psychological numbers, right? Psychological numbers work very similar to structure. You can do the same thing off of volume, right? Bring on that the volume profile, and you can base things off of high/low levels of volume, right? You can candlestick formations, you name it, not moving averages, indicators. Just trying to find something in general. Yeah, the key is you want to find what is of value to you, what plays an important role in your trading. Identify that, grow everything off of that, excuse me, and then stick to your guns. Yeah, stick to your guns. But one thing isn't better than another. It's all, again, perception is subjective. It's all dependent on the trader and what he or her or they value. So, yeah, I need to stop. I need to stop with the cheese, Fitzy. That's a problem. I always say I'm going to stop, and then I don't, because it's so good. But I don't even like cheese. I don't like cheese by itself. I just like cheese on top of stuff. It's weird. But anyway, so let's do this. I want to get let's get this break. Just a reminder before you go, the Trading Coach Podcast is now available 5 times per week per your request. We'll see how long that lasts, but right now we're going strong. So make sure you tune in each and every day for a new episode of the Trading Coach Podcast. Subscribe, that way you don't miss an upload, and make sure you leave me a rating and review. That is the best way you can support what I'm doing.